Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode for notanalog.com. Today I'm looking at the Samsung WB250F. Great name. Now, what am I going with this? Now, it is a really small point and shoot camera. It's a smart camera. Now, it's not like the Galaxy camera that you may be thinking of from Samsung, which actually runs Android. This one doesn't. It just looks and feels like a normal camera, but it still packs a lot of huge smart camera features that the Galaxy one does as well. Now, just to give you a bit of an overview of the actual camera and some hardware specs, 14.2 megapixel, more than what you need. 18 times optical zoom, something you don't see in a camera this small. I must say that was one of the biggest advantages I found when using this camera, was the fact that I could sit far away from the object that I wanted to capture and just zoom in without worrying about the image quality being reduced. It's also got great stabilization as well, so even if it was really far away, full extended zoom, no problem, the image came out well. And you'll see them in the background. Some of the shots that I've taken here look really good, and you'd probably think I just was standing close, but I can't tell you enough how far away I was standing, and in some shots I'll be able to compare that for you as well. It's got a 3-inch LCD on the back. There is no sort of viewfinder to look through, but it actually is quite good. In direct sunlight it does struggle, as do most LCD screens. It's also got a pop-up flash, which I enjoyed for actually bouncing light off walls and things like that when I was taking photos. You can just leave it up, but I like the fact that I can tilt it back and things like that. I also like the fact it's not one of them, tacky auto flashes that just randomly jump in when you don't really want them to as well. So you pull to the trigger, flash pops up, now you're taking pictures. So, the actual picture taking part, this is where it gets fun. There is so many modes on this camera that it can be as creative as you want it to be, or you can just put on auto and let the camera do its own thing. Now, if you don't want to leave it on auto and you want to play with the modes, here's some examples. Portrait mode, night mode, backlight, landscape, white, macro text, tripod, action shot, macro color, natural green, blue sky, sunset, fireworks, low light, spotlight macro, beauty face, action freeze, panorama, waterfall, silhouette, light trace, low light shot, rich tone, continuous shot. The list really does go on. I'm reading off a list because it's that long. And it just really means that whatever you're taking a picture of, you can make sure that you find the right mode to make sure that image is captured perfectly, especially with waterfall mode. Now, that's a really cool one because I don't live near waterfalls, so I couldn't really show it to you, but what it does is those images where you see the water falling and it looks like it actually is moving in the picture, but it's still and it's like really dragged out. That's an adjustment which people normally need to make on the camera. You flick to that mode and it's done for you. You feel like a professional without even trying. That's one of the beauties of it. Now, if you leave it in full auto mode, a lot of times it will detect the scene that you're trying to capture and adjust accordingly as well. And I found that to be really handy, especially when I was doing those sunlight shots, like you'll see. That was really handy. Smart features. I did say this was a smart camera. Now, here's some benefits. One, you can connect this to a Wi-Fi network. It has Wi-Fi built in. And from there, you can share directly to Facebook, Picasa, YouTube, and some other services, including AllShare, which means that you could connect it to your home Wi-Fi, connect it to your Samsung TV if you've got one, and you're sharing images while the camera's just sitting on your table. That's cool. So it also means as well that if you've only got the one SD card with you and you're traveling, and you've filled it up with all your pictures, you can upload them up to Picasa and then delete them off the card. So that means that you can just keep going and keep snapping pictures. Really good for when you're traveling. Now, other features as well is there's an app. There's a simple Samsung app that you can get on your iPhone or Android phone. And what that means, you can transfer images from the camera to your phone and then edit them, do whatever you like, upload to Instagram and Twitter, which it doesn't have on here, and things like that. Or you can control the camera, this camera, with your smartphone, which means you can use things like remote viewfinder, which you can put this on a tripod, put it over here, but on my phone, I can see what it's seeing, I can control the zoom, and I can set the trigger for the actual camera. So if I want to do a family portrait, I don't have to just put it on the table, hit the timer button and run away like we used to. I can actually put it there, control it, make sure we're all in frame, and then when I'm ready, hit capture, and it's got like a 5-second delay if I want it to, and then we're all going to be ready for the picture, and it's simple. My other favorite feature on this is called Best Face. I may have mentioned it in that huge list of modes. It also means that if you're capturing a group situation, you can take that picture, and if Doris decided to blink and Billy decided to smile at the wrong time, what we can do is we can click on Doris's face and pick the moment where they weren't blinking. And then we can click on Billy's face and find the bit where he was smiling and match the two up and make sure that everyone looks perfect. That's best face. It's really, really handy for those group situations, or even if you've got someone who just doesn't like to sit still. Best face it, done, find the moment later. So simple. It's about $250 odd depending on where you shop around, and it's pretty brilliant. I actually would recommend this one over the Galaxy camera purely because it doesn't run Android and you still get most of the smart features that you need. The problem with the one which runs Android is that battery life is hampered big time because it's like a smartphone. I captured so many images on this, recorded so much video, and I barely saw the battery budge. And that for me was really important. Do I need a smartphone software inside a camera? Not really. It is a camera, it does a good job of it, and it connects to my smartphone anyway. Check it out. The Samsung WB250F. I wish they had a better name, but that's what it is. Weighs 184 grams, I may not have mentioned that. Check it out today. Thanks. Not an ad. If you don't want to check it out, don't check it out. Just take my review for it, but it is pretty good. It's a good little camera. Thanks, guys.